Pick me, male-centered women will forever be the most dangerous women on earth. They are putting themselves, the people around them, and their children in danger, and they don't care because as long as they're picked and as long as they have a man in their life, they could care less about anyone else. Let's go through this woman's story. How much has changed in 1 year? Then she has this photo with her and her dogs. Then she posts, "It's just me and my dogs. My son was sentenced to prison for being responsible for the death of my husband. My son was never accepted by my husband, and I always found a way to justify and look the other way because I was happy. My son was arrested for open murder with UDW. The reason I am sharing is in hopes that it reaches one mom or dad that is staying in a toxic relationship." So you knew that your husband did not like your son and you continue to put your son in an abusive environment so that you could just say that you have a man so you could sleep next to a warm body every night. So that woman is Brittany Harris, her husband is Brian Harris, and her son is Alex Renteria, and they're all from Las Vegas. The reaction to Brittany Harris's TikTok and her videos are mixed, okay? There are people condemning her. There are people that are calling her out, rightfully so, honestly. And then there's people that are supporting her and saying she's taking accountability and she's already lost her husband and her son. And for those that are making those comments, let me just let you in on a few things because Brittany Harris is not being fully transparent with everybody. She's not being fully transparent with y'all about what's really happening in her personal life and what had happened to cause this tragedy. And I did some research, so I'm going to share with you so you can actually form a fully informed opinion of this woman and her TikToks. But let's get into what transpired to have her son murder her husband, okay? So her son gets home. His name's Renteria. He gets home. He realizes that all of his toiletries have been thrown away in the trash. He goes and lets his mother know that they've been thrown away, and he suspects it was the stepdad. Then he goes and confronts the stepdad. "Brittany, why did you not go as the mother and the wife talk to your husband about it? Why did you why did you allow your son to go and confront the stepdad and you didn't intervene at all when you knew that they already had a volatile relationship?" That's a big question for me. You need to answer that. So the son confronts the stepdad. They get into a heated argument, okay? The argument's starting to turn crazy. The son retreats to his room. He retreats to his room and he grabs a handgun and he shoots a warning shot at the stepdad. The stepdad continues the argument. Then he grabs the AR-15. Then, "Brittany, why does your son have an AR-15 or a handgun?" He's 22, mind you, but it's why does he have an AR-15? Why are you not aware of what's in your son's room? He lives with you, okay? That's another question for me. Grabs the AR-15. The stepdad tries to get the gun from him. He ends up shooting the stepdad. That's what happened. You can go read the report, the police report, okay? Now, at sentencing, her son, Alex, his name's Alex Renteria, was able to kind of read his own impact statement that I think affected his sentencing. And he had made claims that the dad never liked him, was always abusive to him, and was a drunk, okay? And then this is a part of his victim impact statement, and I'm going to read it. "I bought a lock for my bedroom door because I never felt safe there. I kept to myself, sometimes even urinating in bottles in my room so I didn't have to leave. On the night of the tragedy, things felt worse than ever. He knew I was hurt and upset. He came downstairs to my room getting aggressive in that moment," okay? Now, Harris's biological children, his step-siblings, are refuting Alex's claims and saying that the dad wasn't a drunkard and that, he was nice and great to everybody and that their father loved Alex like a son and that they find it disgusting that he's slandering him. I don't believe the biological children fully on this, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. The reason why I don't believe the biological children is because Alex was only convicted of manslaughter and he was sentenced to 4 to 10 years in prison as part of a plea deal. There was irrefutable evidence that he was the one that shot the stepfather, okay? Why was he able to take a plea deal and why wasn't he given second degree? And I have a feeling it's because they were able to prove that there was a lot of tension and abuse within that home between Alex and Brian. And so I have a feeling the kids might have been part of that volatile environment. So they're not accepting the fact that, yeah, your dad mistreated your step sibling. And this is why you shouldn't be doing this blended family bullshit. And I'm always going to be against this blended family bullshit being forced, especially when there's issues between bio, step. It just doesn't work and you people force it. But Brittany is not being fully transparent with y'all. She's still not giving you the full story because apparently the biological children have filed a claim against their stepmother, accusing her of wrongful death and civil conspiracy in their father's death, claiming she played a role in what happened. Okay? And the children have filed this in October, and they said the marriage had become extremely volatile, and Christopher and his children were subjected to physical and verbal abuse and violence by Brittany and Alex. So they're saying that Brittany and Alex were the abusers. And this whole dispute is around inheritance, and they're claiming that Brittany and her son acted in concert with the intent to slay descendant for the purpose of receiving 25% of descendants' life insurance proceeds. So they're saying that this is a schmurder based on life insurance and that their marriage was already south. Children are arguing that Brittany has no rights to the money since she was not listed as a death beneficiary on the insurance policy, but Brittany is saying that she does have a claim, citing premarital agreement with her husband. But now that I've given you more context to this very messy tragedy, let me know what you really think in the comments about this woman, her TikToks, and her supposed accountability that she's taking and warning other people of choosing their spouses over their children. Like, let me know what you really think, because I'm still not buying it from her. I'm really not. And especially with this video that she posted, because she's still choosing her husband. She's still like, I get you're grieving somebody, but your son is now, life is forever ruined because you couldn't just protect him and leave that man. You had to choose a man over your son, and you're a mother. And a lot of you women do this. So maybe she is helping women, hopefully.
If you're in the working class, you're being lied to. Money is not hard to make, okay? But that's what they want you to think. And by they, I mean everyone who's taught you to go to college, get a job that pays you $80K a year. I just want to be honest with you. You cannot even really live life off of less than $90K a year. And if you have a family, good luck. However, the good news is that there is an option to simply bypass whatever has been told to you. And it's using social media to grow a following and monetize it. Look at me. Do I look credible? Do I look like someone who's made $2 million? Do I look like someone who should be able to make $2 million? No, but guess what? That doesn't fucking matter. Because of the internet, because of sales, because of personal branding. If you want to make 90 grand a year, you only need to make 900 sales at $90 each. There are 4 billion people on both platforms. You can make 900 sales, babe. And then you're out of the fucking system and you're out of the matrix. And you can do whatever you want. You can live in a house like me. Literally $7 grand a month. South Beach. As a 26-year-old. You can do this at 21 too. You don't have to be, you can do this at 50. You can do this at any fucking age.